Good afternoon, YouTube. Kind of loud with the water here, but hope you can see that it's really dark in here. This is the top of the Water Wheel Creek waterfall canyon here. Got a stream coming in on the upper right corner and then coming out of the upper left there. It's just dripping out of the rock here. Really neat. Really tight little canyon, but look at all this travertine coated rock here. I'm standing in the creek right there. Interesting thing is, up above there, the creek channel is dry. There's not a drop of water in the above ground creek channel, but it's really flowing down here. Right over here, you've got stalactites that's dripping down off the walls, kind of a flowstone there. Wow, this is pretty neat. Yeah, so there's where I was, squeezed up in that little tight spot there, and then, yeah, the water's flowing pretty good down here. That whole rock there is just covered in the white travertine. And then way up on the top corner, it looks like it's been chipped off, maybe. Yeah, so this is quite a little creek here. Yeah, the trail is, kind of right up at the skyline there, where it comes around. This is where you drop down the switchbacks to cross Stevens Creek. Yeah, let me show you this rock outcrop over here too. Actually, there's a couple interesting rock outcrops. So one of them is here as we pan up and up and up. That is a huge outcrop there, and there's a giant redwood tree growing on top of that big boulder there. I'm looking like straight up at it here. It's hard to keep your balance. I don't know if that's like bedrock or just a loose boulder, but you can see how it's been tilted. So this area right here is basically on the west end of that large tilted tectonic block. So then Stevens Creek is right down here, and then I think the block actually continues there. You've got branch D goes up this way, and then the main fork of Stevens Creek goes up that way, and there's still a block here in the middle, although I think the creek has cut through. So this is like the edge of the block on one side, and then that's part of the block on the other side, and the creek just basically had to cut through here. So there's probably a weak point or a low spot here. But you can see how steep this is. It just drops straight down. But let me take a look at this rock here from the side. Yeah, so I think this outcrop here is probably some of the original bedrock. So you can see the layering in that rock has tilted a bit. And that's what I'm thinking. This whole block just slid down the hill a ways. Let's see what kind of angle. Let's see, get over. I've got the camera maybe 15 degrees tilted. So yeah, you can see how that rock layering has tilted. And I think this is bedrock here. So I've been looking for some exposed bedrock that you can look at. So yeah, I think that tells you that this block used to be here, and then it slid down about 15 degrees. The fault is right here, and that block just slid down the face of that fault. So this is about a half-mile long tectonic block here. So this is where Water Wheel Creek enters Stevens Creek. Not a half a mile down like the topo map says, but it enters right here. This just drops straight down. You can see, like here, it's just normal canyon. Just the canyon comes down from Montebello Ridge all the way down to the creek. But right here, there's a wall. You know, so this is the top of that block. that slid down. Or that big boulder, that's part of it. I think this is the end of that block right here. That is cool. Wow, and it's just so dramatic. It's like here, it's just steeper than, oh, get out. You can hardly stand up here. And then over there, you could walk up that, no problem. I think this is the top edge of that tectonic block exposed here, and it hasn't been filled in with slide debris here. Yeah, you can see, look at that. It's just a wall right there. A stone's throw away, there's the untouched canyon. This hasn't been altered at all. And this has been jumbled up by the fault right here. Wow, that's amazing. This hill is so steep. You know, it looks like nice, soft dirt. Underneath the dirt, it's all loose rock. You've just got like a handful of leaves and pine needles and whatnot, and then it's loose rock underneath. You think you're stepping on dirt, but it's just loose rock. And then you end up sliding down the hill, so it's really hard. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So yeah, you are looking into the end of a tectonic block right here. That big boulder there sticking out. That was probably horizontal at one time, and it's just slid down. Let's see what kind of angle that's got there. It looks pretty similar. Let's see, you've got about that angle there. Yeah, look at that. It's the same angle down here. I think this is bedrock here. That's an important clue. You know, I was trying to see if I could find some exposed bedrock, and I never thought about looking in the creek here. So this creek doesn't exist. This canyon here doesn't exist. This waterfall doesn't exist according to USGS, but it's been here a long time. It's had to erode that much rock, and you can see how it's just dug its way down here. Probably, you know, part of the fault came through here and led to that weak point. And it's been a long time, because that travertine deposit takes a long time, thousands of years to build up like that. And those stalactites up there. Yeah, this is pretty cool little creek, and it's maybe 100 feet over to the trail, but you would never know it's here. I finally came down to look at it this year, and wow, really cool little spot here. And I bet this has water year round. But anyway, yeah, I got to figure out how to get back down this incredibly steep hill and get back to my bike. So I'm going to sign off here. Hope you enjoyed that second look at the Waterwheel Creek waterfalls. And as always, thanks for watching.